Right.
It's we've talked about a million times before about this thing of guilt and pain. Guilt and pain are good things. Pain lets you know where not to, what not to do again, and guilt does the same thing. And for religions to come in and steal that away from people, I find just colossally offensive and dehumanizing.
Right.
To turn people, I don't know how many people have seen it. I mentioned it on yesterday's On Prophets, so I won't go into great detail, but there's a BBC documentary, or maybe not, may not be BBC, but it's a UK documentary about Deborah 13. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it online. I recommend it, but if you're an emotional type, bring a box of Kleenex, and if you're people who are prone to being upset, you might not want to watch it, because I was pretty pissed.
What's it about?
A 13-year-old fundamentalist kid in the UK who's being homeschooled and brought up in a family of this, and who at the end of the
so it's like Jesus camp in that respect.
In some aspects, it was better, and in some aspects, it was worse. It just drives me crazy to see people turn their kids into
little robots. Huh?
Not even just robots. I mean, granted, she was robotic in spewing out nonsense from Way of the Master and whatever else, but at the very end of it, I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it, but how can you ruin something like this any more than it already is? She's basically in tears and overwhelmed because we're all pitiful, worthless, wretched, vile sinners who deserve to be tortured forever in hell, including her. And yet she's been given this wonderful escape route
sort of thing,
and she just can't express how much that means to her. How dare you? I mean, let's give parents autonomy, and they can teach kids, by and large, whatever kind of crazy shit they want to. But if you got a 13-year-old who has no self-esteem, whose assessment of their life is that it's a big cesspool, undeserving and unworthy of appreciation or adoration, but Jesus likes her anyway, then you're a monster, and you're contributing to the problem. I don't care if you believe it, and it's fine. I know there's plenty of moderate liberal Christians out there who don't believe in hell. Don't bother writing me about that. It's fine. Believe whatever you want. I know there are plenty of theists out there, Christians of different stripes, who don't teach their kids that. Good for you. You're still providing cover to those who do by using the same name, the same labels, the same books, voting the same way, supporting the same people, and saying the same crap. You just don't follow through with it to the degree that the others do. Okay, I'm glad that you have some tinge of humanity left in you so that you don't want to destroy your kids. But you're still part of the problem. And the quicker you realize that, the quicker we can solve the damn problem and stop ending up with little kids, little girls who should be enjoying their childhood, who instead are these weepy little balls of goo with no self-value, whose only thought is, I need to tell more people about Jesus. Nothing else could possibly matter than me telling people about Jesus. It's sickening. It's depressing, and frankly, you better be glad I don't rule the world, because that would be one of the situations where I would yank the kids out from under the parents. Not too many places where I would cross over that line and step in. Keep your kids happy and healthy. Teach them what they need to know to get by, and you and I got no problem. But
it is sad.
It's infuriating.
So this was like a full-length documentary, or
I think it's fairly short.
Thing,
it's like 45 minutes, or maybe an hour and some change. It was bad. But
yeah, we saw some of that on the Jesus camp, where these kids are getting
that was
indoctrinated.
bad too.
Yeah, that's just sad. And they were basically treated as tools. You're going to go out and be the warriors for God, sort of thing.
Yeah,
jihadist for Jesus.
She goes to visit her brother. Just watch it.
Yeah, okay.
It's sad.